Hi, I'm Sylvia Gale. I'm the president and founder of Neuro Consulting Solutions. Today, for our quick tips, we're going to look at how do we set up program expectations. One of the biggest challenges many programs really face is sometimes the behaviors that happen within our programs. We're going to look at 4 quick ways to make sure that we set up our students, our participants, campers, or anyone in our programs for success. Let's break down these 4 quick tips for setting clear expectations when it comes to developing your programs. The first tip, which I think is probably one of the most important ones, is avoiding assumptions. We all have a tendency to assume that participants should know how to do these things, or hey, I've seen them have the skills to be able to act a certain way because they've done it somewhere else. But generalizing skills can be very challenging. So we want to make sure, especially as we're starting new programs, is that you explain your expectations and really focus on what you want participants to be doing. So avoid the assumptions and make sure you are setting up those clear expectations with the participants. Step number 2 is to make sure that you provide these instructions both verbally and with visuals. We are all different types of learners, so we want to make sure we have different avenues for people to understand those clear expectations. Also, having those visuals is really crucial because when we provide lots of verbal prompts, guess what? It goes one ear and out the other, and we may forget. And so we want to be able to have those visuals as a reminder when we need to prompt our participants to make sure, hey, let's look at these visuals and see what those expectations are. They're also able to reference back to it. So having those visuals is very crucial when it comes to those expectations. Then we want to look at tip number 3. We want to be clear, literal, and precise. Make sure there is no room for interpretation. We want to know, what are we doing first, second, last, what do we do after that? And we're also going to be sharing some questions that you want to be answering as you design your program. And then the last tip is going to be checking for understanding. Make sure you ask participants questions and really ensure that they understand what is expected for your programs. This is a really great way to kind of reduce some of those problem behaviors because then they know what to expect and what they should be doing. By utilizing these 4 quick tips, you're going to do great in setting those clear expectations for your programs. As you're designing your programs and you're using those tips to set those expectations, I would love for you to pause the video and go through these specific questions. As you're designing that program, you really want to make sure, do the participants understand and can they answer these questions independently? If you feel like, you know what, maybe I haven't explained this, take the time to use those tips to make sure that participants can answer these questions and really make sure that your program is running smoothly and everyone understands those clear expectations.